Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Too much focus on media images of beauty. And I mean this from both the male point of view and the female point of view. Like from the male point of view, not so much the women they like, but it's more or less the men that guys think that they trying to emulate. They feel like, hey, if I don't look like this particular model or this movie star, I'm going to have trouble getting a woman. Remember something though, those are media images. Those are media images. Those are manufactured images. And I'm gonna get more into that in a second, but let's talk about those images. Think about it, the guy have the perfect hair, you know, got the jawline, everything like that, you know, might have that muscular body and all of that. Well, first of all, the men that are presented, yeah, they probably above average. They probably are. They are above average. But then even to the level that they're taken, think about all that goes into it. First of all, I always talk about the barber blessing you. These guys probably got barbers who can charge several thousands. The hairdressers, everything. Also, you'd be surprised how many of them actually have some makeup on. They can get the best skincare condition, like the best, you know? And then if you look at their body builds, think about what they have. First of all, they don't have like that personal trainer at that like small gym in the neighborhood who's just, you know, might be doing that as a part-time job. They get professionals. They get six-figure professionals. Guys who, men and women who probably making like $1,000 per session who can actually build the body. They got nutritionists. They get all of this. And contrary to popular belief, a whole lot of them getting some type of plastic surgery. Men getting plastic surgeries to the same extent as women, just not talked about. Like what prominent one is rhinoplasty, like nose surgery. But you know, they getting the chin, they can get all of this. They can get hair implants. Shoot, they can even get body implants. I talked about that last week with that dude, Man Kebo. He actually has some surgery, liposuction, all of that. And trust me, they'll pay for it. If it means they're gonna make millions of dollars, yeah, they're going to pay for it. And then let's go around to the women. Let's go around to the women. Like there was, I ain't gonna name the particular actress, but no, I'll name her, Sanaa Lathan. And no, trust me, she's always been fine to me. But then she had a picture of herself with no makeup on. Now still attractive, but I say, oh wait a minute, she got a few more blemishes on there than you usually see. That's all of them. There's been numerous times I've seen some type of actress who's held up as fine, but they will show like them without makeup, without their hair fixed. And only maybe a couple of them will look good without all of that. You got some, they look good, but then you look at, wait, they got that blemish. You don't see that normally. They may have a little bit of adult acne. You don't see that normally. When they not fixed up, it's like, wait a minute, what's up? And then they definitely getting plastic surgery. And then you think about the woman, everything out here. You can go to an ordinary department store and find push-up bras. You can find waist trainers. I always say those pumps, there's no medical reason a woman needs to wear pumps. It's probably not even good for her, but they wearing it. They know how to fix up. Leggings, the whole leggings industry and everything. But it's, of course, we're talking about the media images. They got the same thing that I was mentioning men have. They got personal trainers, nutritionists, and then any professional photographer could tell you. You see that beautiful picture of that model or something, but they don't tell you they took about 200 to get to that one. And they got the makeup artists, like makeup. I'm gonna tell you what, with makeup, a really good makeup on any woman, now even just okay, good makeup on an average woman can make everything look different on her, even her nose shape, because a lot of women be contouring their noses. But I've lost count how many women I've seen with their makeup off, and I was like, what the? Seriously, that's why I'd rather say a woman natural, because at least I know what I'm dealing with. But I've lost count how many women I've had sex with. And that makeup sweats off, they take that shower, and it's like, whoa. So, so if an ordinary woman can do that, don't you think that these superstar women are doing that? And I've seen it, even some of the pictures they're taking. I remember it was like one of those men's magazines, they be showing the women, got some lingerie on or something, or in a swimsuit. And I remember seeing one. It was years ago. I saw one. And I was like, wait a minute. This is making her look all skinny. It actually photoshopped her ass. And that's plenty. I mean, photoshopping is a lot. There's been a lot of stuff about that. A lot of women. So it's like that's the media image. See, the media presents that image of almost perfection. And so many men and women get into it, but now I'm talking about the men getting into it, thinking, well, to get that bad woman who's a media image, you got to look like this man who's a media image. And plus, there's something else with the media too, especially when you're talking about men. They put them in acting positions or some type of thing where they look good anyway. They will put them in that position, but you'd be surprised if you probably saw them or you get to know them or you find out somebody who did know them, they ain't all that. But too many men get caught up in it because see, here's the thing. There's so much focus on it. It's not focused on what's really out here. Let's be real. You get some bad guys talking about Chad. That perfect man, or, the black version Tyrone, and then, other different ethnic versions. But let's be real, let's just stick with Chad. How often do you see a Chad? Like going wherever you live, how often do you see one? He's 6 feet, he got those model features. Over 6 feet, got those model features. Some people, people like iffy about the whole body thing. Some say, yeah, you gotta have that body, others say it don't matter. Okay. How often you see that image just walking down the street or going out? Whether you live in a large city or a small one. Like how often? Like let's just keep it a buck. And then if we talk about the women, how many women look like the women that are held up as like stars and everything? Even like a pro football cheerleader or beauty contestants, how often you see that one? And even they fix up. I've dated a couple beauty contestants and knew one who actually placed in the Miss America contest. And if you saw him right up close, you wouldn't think much. Seriously, you'd be think, well, no, one, she was still fine. But even then, she was one of the few natural ones. But like I said, I actually knew a woman who was a young lady who was in a Miss America contest, placed back in the late 90s. She worked out at the gym that I worked at. And she was real cool. She was real cool and stuff. But if you saw her normally, I mean, I'll give her above average, but you wouldn't think beauty contestant. I mean, nothing against her. She was, like I said, she was real cool, but she ain't have that same image. But remember, even in those beauty contestants, makeup artists, people to fix them up. I mean, a lot will go into it and stuff. But how often do you see that, though? Seriously, how often? Because let's be real out here. Most people are average. Ain't no shame in it, just is. Most people, the 99% of people, they don't have a look that's going to stand out. If they good, if they can look good to their mate. And even then, they probably don't look like that drop dead gorgeous person to their mate, but they still get along anyway and they accept it. But how often do you see that? See, one of the things I'm seeing is too many people, they caught up into the fantasy in the media promotion. And let's be real about the media. The media's main purpose is not to entertain you. It's to make money off of you. The entertainment is to make money. So they know if they fix up somebody to look good, you're going to be looking money. Look at the commercials. Look at the sponsorships. Look how much money is out there based on it. So they're going to ramp it up. Whatever you got, they ramp it up. Even with models. I told you, I worked with a modeling company for a minute. And even you see a lot, they ramping it up. Very few people going to have that type of NATO. When I say NATO, they were just born with the attraction. That a consensus of people going to find them attractive. Now, everybody's going to be attractive to somebody, but that matching with is in the media. They have impossible imagery. And then, you know, plastic surgery, all of that's promoting like really a standard that the average person on the street is not going to have. And you can't focus on, you got to focus on the reality. You got to focus on first your own personal reality. Your reality is, no, you don't look like that media image, and you don't need to. You need to just look your best and go along. Because women look at several factors dealing with a man anyway. And then you got to be realistic. You probably will not get a woman that looks like that media image. Let's just be real. You be good if you see them. Last time I saw a dime up close and personal was just in San Diego at the Rocks, for anybody who knows. Oh man, she was taking a picture. She was taking a photograph of another woman, but the photographer looked better. And then, yeah, another one out in San Diego. But the fact that I can count them, I mean, up close and personal, come on now, come on. Like you got a bunch of guys saying, well, no, she got to be a dime. Well, you will continue to be alone. How often are you going to see that? I don't care what city, you can live in a major city, how often are you going to see that? Because even if you say, well, I'll just go to the clubs, they got these fine women. Yeah, once they take off the makeup, are they going to look the same? And any man who's dealt with a number of women. And like, if you've been a man, you dealt with some women, at least one woman who, when she took off their makeup, she went from like a 9 to a 5. Put a 1 in the content, in the comments. It's just real. Now, my whole point about that is you still got to be realistic. Don't go by what the media. Go by what you feel. You know, you got to be realistic. Who's in your environment? Who actually likes you back? Because the women who like you back, they probably won't be a 9 because, like I say, they 9s and 10s. But still might be a good 6. Or a term I haven't used in a long time, adjustable 7. Adjustable 7, which means they can still fix up. That's actually more realistic. Get you a woman who can at least fix up. And then be cool with her when she ain't fixed up. And let me give y'all some game on that. A woman pays attention when you show her some like attention. It strikes her when you pay her some attention and you show some genuine friendliness and genuine interest when she ain't fixed up. Okay. So anyway though, that's all I have for now. But yeah, don't focus on the media images. The media trying to sell you something. They trying to influence you. Focus on real life, everyday life. What's out where you are at. All right. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.